What criminal committed an almost perfect crime, and what was the thing that messed it up? The Dunbar armored robbery. The largest cash heist in U.S. history, a six-man inside job to rob an armored cash depot. They set up a house party as an alibi, used the keys to get into the cafeteria, and waited in there until all employees came in on break, then ambushed and subdued them without firing a shot or raising an alarm. They then loaded the money bags with over $18 million into a U-Haul, destroyed the CCTV tapes, and returned to the party. Then they sat on the money for 6 months before hiring a crooked lawyer to set up a real estate money laundering scheme to avoid suspicion. 2 years after the robbery, one of the men paid a real estate broker with a stack of money still wrapped in the original currency strap. The broker immediately reported it to the police. After being arrested, he cracked under interrogation, confessed to the robbery, and ratted out his partner's edit. All the men have since finished their prison sentences, and most of the money was never found. So there's a chance they still won in the end.
I knew a guy who got into selling drugs on the dark web. He had this set up where he'd buy the drugs and package them in his room, ship them through USPS, and collect money through cryptocurrency. He made a lot of money, went on for a while without being caught. They even found fictionalized accounts he wrote about how he was able to do this, including driving 50 miles to make drops. He was caught when an employee noticed he was handling large numbers of small envelopes while wearing latex gloves and reported it. He probably would have gotten away with it if he'd worn winter gloves over the latex.
That one dude who robbed a bank by hiring a bunch of people from Craigslist to show up wearing the same outfit he was and wait outside, he would have gotten away, but a homeless man saw him do a practice run the day before and after the robbery, told the police.
That Australian kid who hacked the FBI and put his photos on their website, who scrubbed the metadata from the photo so it wouldn't show the GPS location. Then he accidentally uploaded the original with that information still on it.
The guy who created the Silk Road gave himself away by initially introducing the Silk Road to the world from an email address that would ultimately lead investigators right to him.
Harold Shipman, seemingly a normal GP, turns out to be a prolific serial killer with maybe up to 150 victims over his career. Only discovered when a hospital worker was concerned about the number of cremation forms they had. The process for his elderly patients, so very close to going undetected.
Wolfgang Beltracchi. He made millions with forged paintings he painted all himself. He was ultimately caught because he once accidentally used paint that contained a very slight amount of a substance that wasn't used in the days of the original painter.